Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think this morning's thoughts with Pastor D are just that. They're just a whole bunch of thoughts that I'm questions. I mean, I had to think them so I could get the questions that I'm throwing out to you this morning that I would like to know how you feel. Tell me how you're feeling. Okay, I'm cold. That's how I'm feeling. um, how are you feeling? Do you ever realize that the negativity or the energy that we put into talking about somebody else or pointing somebody else's faults, do you realize how much energy you really have or do to do that? Like, and why? When you could take that same energy and put it into something that you desire, that you want to empower yourself, that you want to grow in, that you want to excel in, that you want to elevate to the next level in. When they say transference of energy, maybe it should go that way. Instead of posting and talking about someone else's faults, what somebody else did, what somebody else, how we are not better off because of the change. Be the change. What do they say? Put some action behind your words. Okay, you could talk about it all day. And like, what are you going to do to be the change? Positive change. Now, with that same statement, positive change for you may not be positive change for all. Let me just say that again. Positive change for you and your perspective and your family and your state and your city and your household may not be positive change for all. So when you talk about positive change and when you talk about do it, is it for all? Can you say it's across the board for all? And my question is, unless you talk to and have conversations with others with regards to this change in which you say should happen or should not have happened, how do you know that it is for all? I'm just throwing out questions. Then my other question is, how many of you celebrate Lent? And you saw me looking puzzled because I didn't know how to pose that question. Normally celebrate it, or would have celebrated if you could have gotten out, didn't celebrate it because you couldn't go out, found a place that was open that you could get, go have prayer and get your ashes. What'd you guys do? And are you actively giving up something for Lent? Now, I have not made a choice either way, and I know I'm a day late, or I haven't even given it much thought, because it is my understanding when we give up something for Lent, it is not something that after Lent is over, after the season of Lent is over, you take it back. But I do understand during the time, because we should be in fasting and praying, and during these 40 days, I do believe that, like if you're fasting and praying, you're giving up, okay, I'm not going to eat till 12 o'clock, or I'm going to fast. Whatever your fast is, you eat later. Okay. But there's some people that I know that they say, and I'm asking a question. They'll say, oh, I'm giving up sugar for Lent. And as soon as Lent's over, some of them go back to the sugar. What is the sacrifice or of giving up the sugar if you're going to take it back? I'm just posing this question out there, because if in fact during the season of Lent that you are supposed to be giving up something as a sacrifice, it as a reflection of what Jesus has done, why would you take it back? Why would you want to take it back? Because I kind of believe that human nature, we can, I'm just going to call it out, put on a mask for a season, and then once we feel like we got what we wanted, we can put the mask back on. I mean, we can take it off and show the real us. Go ahead and say ouch, because there's some of us who do that. There are some of us who have experienced relationships where the person will be a certain type of person for so many days, and then once they feel like, oh, I'm cool, I'm in this relationship, we're together, boom, and then all of a sudden they start revealing who they truly are, and you're like, wait a minute, this wasn't who. And then they're like, oh, I can't remember. It was kind of like, it's a Tyler Perry movie that's on Netflix. And it has Felicia Rashad. Am I saying that? Claire Huxtable. I can't remember her real name. She's in it. Cicely Tyson's in it. I forget everybody else who's in it. But it's like the woman dates this man, and the man's, whining and dining her, and he's doing all these things for her, and then she marries him. And then he's like, I got her now. And then he switches, and then that's when the drama happens. So that's my example that I'm using. It's like, we do that in life, or we do that with Lent. Like, we say we're going to do this for 40 days, and you do it, and you accomplish it, and then all of a sudden we go back. Why? Told you, a bunch of why. I'm asking a bunch of whys. I am going to not do Mama D's. I put away Mama D. Mama D's still here. Mama D's never going anyway. That's my name. Pastor D. For Thursday and Friday. Today is Thursday. Lord help me. See? You get a holiday and you don't know what day or Friday, because I'm going to regroup and I'm going to kind of write down some series or what I want to really share with you for the season of Lent. Each morning. So I look forward to sharing. I look forward to having conversations with you. And don't be a stranger. Reach out, say hello, subscribe, tell a friend. There's this corny woman on YouTube that shares her thoughts every morning. That goes back to transparency. And my last question is, do you have people in your life that you really check on? We say that we're friends. We say that we have people in our lives, families or whatever, but do you really check? And I'm not saying call them every day, but when you speak to them, do you listen, or do you just throw up everything that's been going on in your life? Just a thought. Have a great day, and I will see you all next week. Real talk, real life.